Why is it more fun in the Philippines? And how does the Department of Tourism promote more than 7,600 islands of our country? Alamin natin ang mga sagot mula kay Assistant Secretary Frederick Alegre.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Well, the Department of Tourism, the major role is to promote the country, both here and abroad. Right now, we have a regional office throughout the country, and we have 12 foreign offices that do nothing but promote tourist destination sites here. As Assistant Secretary, I'm with the Office of Public Affairs, Communications, and Special Projects, and I'm now also the official spokesperson. Under the National Tourism Development Plan approved by the Cabinet and the President last April, we strive to promote all sorts of destinations and types of tourism activities in the country. Adventure tourism is one of the most sought-after type of tourism, and the Philippines has many sites to offer, from enjoying strolling at the beaches of Boracay, in Mactan, all the way to Mindanao, including the beaches in the north. And then we're also heavily promoting diving. And recently, we're starting to do some promotions on free diving. Plus, we also wish to show a lot of our heritage sites. As you know, we now have an easier access to Banawe via Clark. And now we're promoting that heavily. The Northern Loop, all the way from the Mountain Province to Ifugao, Sagada, and then that area of Region 1, Ilocos, all the way to Pangasinan. We just released the data that from January to June of 2017, we have an increase of 12.7% compared to January to June of 2016. The Koreans remain to be the biggest visitors, followed by those coming from the US. And now the third highest would be those coming from China. And we're hoping, and our target is to reach 7 million foreign tourists in 2017. We hit almost 6 million in 2016. The local tourism, in fact, accounts for a big number in terms of the tourism industry contribution to GDP. We know for a fact that Filipinos are now enjoying the country because it's easier to fly, it's more affordable, and the road network has improved. We're soon to launch and revive the Bring Home a Friend program, which will allow Filipinos to invite foreigners to come to the country and win special prizes. In fact, we're now finalizing the implementing rules and guidelines for that. And I'm at liberty to tell you that it will include some nice prizes for those who are able to bring home more friends. We should be able to launch it by next month, September. And aside from that, we're also noting an increase in people availing of the special retirees visa. We're now looking at about 50,000 are now in the country with that visa. And that's another major source of people that come as tourists and eventually come and live in the Philippines. The biggest problem really is the threat to terrorism, plus the travel advisories being issued. We're very happy that despite the perceived threat ongoing in some areas of the Philippines, we continue to be a major source of the destination of tourists. We've been struggling with that because sometimes it's only in one island, and yet the travel advisory is against the whole country. So for island states like the Philippines, it's quite unfair, and we're happy that the world community is responding to that and making it more fair for the countries like the Philippines. On the creation of jobs, we establish a more conducive tourism atmosphere. From hotels to restaurants, we accredit facilities, we accredit transport, we accredit tour guides. When this grows, this gives them access to the income from tourism. Therefore, tourism becomes inclusive, and therefore, money flows better from the top to the bottom. In terms of investors, we now have the newly passed IRR of the CIESA incentive, which was not implemented in the past 6 years, but was finally passed by the Bureau of Internal Revenue last November. And this gives possible investors some tax holidays and some exemptions in their operations. And that should be able to spur some more investors in the tourism industry.
Take you all around. So many things to do in town.
When the Secretary was in LA recently, she mentioned the twinning concept, wherein you're able to promote to come to the Philippines but have a stopover in another country in Asia or ASEAN. So that's being heavily promoted. We know that people come to Asia and want to see 2 or 3 countries. We just want to make sure that the Philippines is one of that.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
As you know, we're hosting the 50th anniversary of ASEAN this year, and a big major source of the tourism increase in arrivals is from that. Imagine a world where the ASEAN member countries are visiting each other. In fact, it's been said that if only we could do that together, we will all reach our targets of a boom tourism. So that's aggressively being pursued. ASEAN to ASEAN within ASEAN.
With your ice, you can do so many things. Just tell me what you like. Places
It's more fun because fun is a serious business. It's more fun because we take tourism seriously. It's more fun because we're able to promote the country seriously and still look at the fun side. And most of all, it's more fun because it's natural as a Filipino people to be warm and hospitable. Therefore, entertaining and welcoming tourists comes natural. That's why it's more fun in the Philippines.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
See you again next week for more features on business, lifestyle, travel, and leisure. I'm Barbie Atienza, and this is Business and Beyond.